welcome to the best town around, Woodbridge. This is one of our most fun nights of the year when we get to give out certificates to all of our senior Olympians. It really is a lot of fun. We're so proud that these games are here in Woodbridge, and I know all of you love them as much as we do. So thank you all for coming out. We have a few members of our council here. Our current council president, Councilwoman at Large Lisbeth De Jesus. Our second ward councilman, Howie Bauer. Fifth Ward Councilwoman Debbie Meehan, First Ward Councilwoman Nancy Drum, and Third Ward Councilman Corey Spiller. And now we're going to present the proclamations. They are in alphabetical order, so please come up when I call your name, and I guess go back to your seats, then we'll take the picture at the end so it doesn't get too crowded. All right, so take your proc. If anybody wants to, Meg, you can take a picture of each person. You want to do that? Of course you all want a picture with the mayor, right? It's only $5 a picture, but I'll waive it tonight. I'll waive it tonight because we're fellow senior Olympians. It's a discount. All right, and if anybody has any comments they'd like to say when they get up here, as long as it's nice and appropriate for TV, please do so. All right, first up, Ahmed Abdallah. Bronze in racquetball singles, silver in racquetball doubles. Joe Adams from Fords. Come on up, Joe. Gold medalist in bocce doubles. What does this say, bronze gold? How can it be bronze gold? What'd you do, bocce doubles?
Yes.
Congratulations, gold medal.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, sorry, better do this, yeah. All right, hold it up, turn it around.
Okay.
Just like the third graders, that's it. Now I want you to hang that picture on your refrigerator at home like the third graders. Marcia Anderson Ford's gold in bowling singles, gold in bowling mixed, and silver in bowling doubles. Congratulations, how are you? Happy here. We're just here, she didn't come see me. Oh, that's not right, that's not right. Slide over, slide over. Got it, okay. Bob Anderson Ford's gold medal darts. Oh man, this guy's got me. I got 6. Holy mackerel. Dave Andrasic, Woodbridge. Gold in basketball accuracy. Gold in triple jump. Gold in cycling 5K. Gold in cycling 10K. Gold in cycling 40K. Gold in darts, gold in mini golf, silver in horseshoes, silver in basketball foul shooting, and bronze in long jump, and bronze in 50 meter run. That's 12 medals.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Is he what? I'm glad he's not in my bracket. We're also joined by Councilman Kyle Anderson and Councilman Greg Ficara. Tracy Andrasic, Woodbridge. She's the slacker in the family, only 2 medals. Silver in darts and silver in mini golf. Congratulations. What's he like to live with his 12 medals? They jingle. Elizabeth Baldwin, Woodbridge, gold in bowling singles, silver in bowling doubles, silver in bowling mixed. Tom Barrett, Colonia, silver 200-meter run, silver 100-meter run, silver 50-meter run. Nope. Emmanuel Bernhardt, Port Reading, gold in swimming 50-yard backstroke, bronze in basketball accuracy. Congratulations. All right. Ron Blackwell, Woodbridge. Who's somebody taking a picture? Gold in cornhole singles. You want to come? Oh, you come for this one. Right? Gold in cornhole doubles and silver in bocce doubles. All right. Congratulations, Ron. Got it? Okay. Steve Boros, Ford, silver in bowling mixed. Sue Boros Ford, silver bowling singles, silver bowling mixed. Robert Boyd, the Doc, gold medalist 1,500 race walk, gold 800-meter run, bronze 1,500-meter run. Phil Bajowski, Colonia, gold 200-meter run, gold 100-meter run, gold 50-meter run, and silver 400-meter run. He finally found something he's good at because he stinks in tennis.
Retired from tennis thanks to this guy.
And I know that because I think you heard me say this years ago. We were in our young 50s, early 50s, and Phil says, we can get an easy medal. Let's play tennis. So I said, okay. We go out, we get into a tennis match. And he's standing where he's not supposed to stand and doing things he's not supposed to be doing. I said, Phil, did you ever play tennis before? He said, no. He said, I thought we could get an easy medal.
But the silver lining, he says, you know, you should try track.
Yeah. Joe Cafaro, Fords, bronze in cornhole doubles. Larry Caggiano, otherwise known as John, gold in bowling singles, gold in bowling doubles, and silver in basketball foul shooting. Congratulations, pal. Now, bowling runs in your whole entire family, right?
Yes, it does.
Tell me about that, because Nicole was this ace bowler, all state and all that.
So was Matt, and so is my brother, coming up next.
He's coming next, all right. Ron Caggiano, Woodbridge, gold medal bowling doubles. And your son Kyle's a bowler too?
High School 5 years ago.
So are we all good bowlers because we have 2 lanes, or do we have 2 lanes because we're all good bowlers?
Both.
Both, all right. Don't worry, I don't understand the question either. Sean Canova, Colonia, gold in bowling mixed. Catherine Cassidy, Island, silver medal, cornhole singles. Bob Cedrone, Woodbridge, gold bocce singles, gold bocce doubles, bronze cornhole singles, bronze horseshoes. Catherine Chesley, Fords, gold bowling doubles, silver bowling singles. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many medals did your husband get?
None.
That's my point. That's my point. Where's Ray? Ray, how many medals you get?
None.
All right, thank you.
But I did do a handicap ramp.
Yes, you're good at that, and he's great over at the Hickory Center. He works for us. He's wonderful. Doug Christie, Avenel, gold bocce doubles, gold horseshoes. Congratulations. All right, Monsignor Charles Cicerale, I don't see him, which is too bad. I wanted to congratulate him on his pending retirement he announced last week. Gold in bocce singles, silver in horseshoes, bronze in bocce doubles, and bronze in mini golf. Vito Simaluka, our new business administrator. Silver in basketball foul shooting, bronze in bocce doubles.
Well, it was gold, but I got it bronze.
You got it bronze, yeah. Good thing you're good at being an administrator. Frederick Collins, Woodbridge, gold in bocce doubles, bronze in cornhole singles, bronze in cornhole doubles, and bronze in horseshoes. Congratulations. You got them all there, huh?
Good job, man.
All right. Craig Coughlin, Fords, bronze in billiards. I don't see Craig. Pat Ziegler, Colonia, silver in bowling singles, bronze in mini golf. I don't see Pat. Ray Dempsey, Colonia, silver in golf scratch play. Pankajesh Tabal Deb in Island, silver in darts, bronze in billiards 8-ball, and bronze in cornhole singles. Joan Dias, Woodbridge, silver in cornhole singles. I don't see Joni. John DiNapoli, silver billiards 8-ball and silver cornhole doubles. Congratulations, John.
Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd like to extend our thanks to our 2 members, Frank and Pat, for putting this thing together and helping us all enjoy ourselves.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, John. That was my job. Ann Donegan, Seawarren, gold in billiards 8-ball and gold in mini golf. Congratulations, Ann. All right. Dennis Dowd, Island, gold in cornhole doubles, silver in cornhole singles. I don't see him. Nancy Drum Woodbridge, gold medalist in billiards, 8-ball. Yeah, all right. No one else in your bracket, huh?
I knew it was coming.
Hey, a gold's a gold. You know, 20 years from now, they're not going to know that nobody showed up. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. I just made that up. She might have beat 10 people. I don't really know. Betty Dykeman, Colonia, gold medalist, billiards, 8-ball. Harold Engstrom, Woodbridge, silver, swimming 50-yard free, and silver, swimming 500-yard free. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Carol Favilla, Colonia, bronze in mini golf. Dominic Fazio, Hope Lawn, gold cornhole doubles, gold bocce doubles, and bronze in darts. Mr. Bocce. I don't. And cornhole too. Well, it's the same movement. If you're good at one, you're good at the other, you know. And horseshoes, and darts. That's different movement. I think you win the gold medal in bocce every year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Lois Feldman, gold in darts and silver in bocce doubles. Bill Feldman, silver bocce doubles, silver bocce singles, silver cornhole singles, bronze in darts. Andres Flakowitz, Woodbridge, silver in table tennis doubles. Congratulations. Those ping pong guys are furious, man. They're crazy. Are you one of them? You're one of them? Yeah, all right.
Ask my wife.
All right, let's turn here. She wants to get her picture. Price keeps going up. All right. Sue Freeman Patterson, Woodbridge, gold in swimming 50-yard backstroke, gold in swimming 50-yard freestyle. Jill Gallery Fords, bronze in volleyball. Wow. How did you? Oh, did you got one too, Coach?
I didn't get one yet, but
Oh, yeah, your name's later. Oh, you want to take a photo? All right.
I'll see her.
All right, you don't get a picture of me until it's you. Robert Gardella, Avenel, gold in basketball accuracy, gold in basketball foul shooting. Hazel Godbold, Woodbridge, silver medalist in golf scratch play. Congratulations. Thank you. Bob Golden, Seawarren, silver golf scratch play, silver horseshoes. Marcia Gomes, Fords, bronze in bowling singles. Louise Gordon, Ford, silver cornhole singles, bronze table tennis doubles, bronze table tennis singles. Congratulations. Slide over here. Look at Megan.
Look at you.
No, look at her. You know what? You wouldn't want to look at me. Look over there now. Unless you like me or something. There you go. Sandra Hansard Avenel, gold medalist in bowling. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Turn around, come on over here. Yep. Oh, you got a whole fan club taking pictures. Got him? Okay. Linda, I know, I saw him. Linda Henry, gold from Avenel, gold in golf scratch play. Oh, go see him. He won a gold medal, not a silver medal. Go see him. I told him, I said, I thought you won a gold. Come on over. How are you, Linda? Anyway, Linda Henry, gold golf scratch play. William Hines Ford, silver in cornhole singles and silver in darts. Cindy Jakovich, Woodbridge, gold in horseshoes, gold in mini golf, silver basketball foul shooting, silver bocce doubles. I don't see Cindy. Pete Jakovich, Woodbridge, gold bocce singles, gold cornhole singles, silver bocce doubles, bronze horseshoes, bronze basketball foul shooting. Oh, there's the coach, Arlene Juronchik, Woodbridge, silver medal volleyball. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's perfect, right there. Hey, coach.
Silver medal in New Mexico.
In New Mexico?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me get, well, hold, put this on top of this. Now, turn there. Arlene was my daughter's volleyball coach in high school. All right, now tell me, go back, New Mexico. You went to New Mexico for the Nationals.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
And my team, out of 80 teams, we took the silver.
Silver?
Yeah.
So tell me what was that like?
If you haven't been there, the Senior Olympics, you got to go. It's the greatest. We had a walking ceremony. It was so much fun. You meet so many people, and people that are older than you, and you're like, they're still playing? There was like one woman over 100 running.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, the first time you've been to the Nationals?
It's first time.
First time, all right. And you'll be back again in 2
Oh,
years.
definitely. Florida.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? National athletes that went? If you have, let me know. That's great. Jerry Jaglinski, Woodbridge, silver tennis singles. Judy Casimir, Island, gold in darts, silver in billiards, 8 ball.
I know what you're going to say.
Just turn around.
I'll take it, I'll take it.
And how many medals did your husband win?
6.
6? Wait, how come he doesn't have a citation?
I don't know.
Oh, I'd assumed he didn't win any. I don't see his name.
No, you won 6. Look at him.
He might have stolen them. I don't know. Just because he's wearing them doesn't mean he earned them. All right. Seriously, Kaz, I don't have a... We miss Kaz. Yeah, we need to get... Oh, you're done now.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Best mayor?
Huh?
Best mayor?
Oh, stay here. Stay here.
Woodbridge Township, best town around.
That a girl. That a girl.
Basketball, billiards, that's what he wants.
All right. Robert Casimir. Bronze in basketball foul, silver in billiards, bronze in bocce doubles, gold in darts, gold in horseshoes, gold in mini golf. Congratulations, pal.
Thank you, man.
I don't have a proclamation for you.
That's
We'll make
right.
believe.
We'll make believe.
I'm just glad I'm way younger than you. I don't have to compete against you. All right. Sorry about that, Kaz. I just didn't see you with a proclamation, so I didn't think you got anything. Sean Keaveney, Woodbridge, gold basketball accuracy, bronze bowling doubles. Joe Keber, Avenel, gold cornhole doubles, silver bocce doubles, silver bocce singles.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right.
Thanks.
John Kimball, Island, silver cornhole singles. Jamnafa Namoller, Woodbridge, gold cornhole singles, gold table tennis singles, and bronze table tennis doubles. Congratulations. We'll go this way first. And look at you over there. Show off. Kathleen Cohn Colonia, gold mini golf, bronze cornhole singles. Kevin Kopko, Hope Lawn, gold bowling singles. Nope. Oh, he got 2. See, Kevin Kopko got 2. You got none. Here, you take one of his. Kurt Kreisel, Woodbridge, bronze table tennis singles, bronze table tennis doubles. Jeffrey Levine, Ford's gold bowling singles, gold bowling mixed, and silver bowling doubles. Congratulations, pal. Got it? Okay. Meredith Linden, Avenel, gold swimming 50-yard backstroke, gold swimming 50-yard breaststroke, gold 100-yard breaststroke, gold 200-yard breaststroke, gold 100-yard IM, whatever that means, intermediate medley maybe, I don't know, and silver 50-yard freestyle. Meredith Linden, nope. Ted Machos, Island, gold bowling singles, gold bowling doubles. Peter Misejewicz, Woodbridge, gold cycling 10K, gold track and field 1,500-meter race walk, silver cycling 5K, and bronze track and field 800-meter run. William Malik, Colonia, bronze swimming 50-yard backstroke. Congratulations, man.
I'm very low key this year.
Yeah? There's a typo, I have to redo it, give it back to John. No, you get a word spelled wrong, so when you're done, just go over there. It says swimming instead of missing an S. Don't worry. All right, Dean Manente, Colonia, gold billiards 8-ball, gold horseshoes, silver cornhole singles. Enzo Martino. Gold billiards 8-ball, gold bocce doubles, bronze cornhole doubles. Only 3 this time? Now, have you ever not won the gold in billiards?
No, yes, no, never.
You never didn't win.
No, I never did lose.
You never, yeah, but you always win the gold. This wasn't a difficult question.
I can understand you.
Did you always win the gold medal every year of the Senior Olympics?
I think so.
You think so? All right, good, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, pal. John Mazurek, Woodbridge, gold in golf scratch play. John McCormick, Colonia. Gold bocce singles, gold horseshoes, gold mini golf, bronze bocce doubles, bronze cornhole singles, bronze in darts. Oh, you're presenting it tomorrow. Come on over, Pat. I'll stand between you guys. All right. Thank you, sir. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Oh, wait. You got more fans. You got more fans. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ed McGee and Colonia, gold in cornhole doubles. Angel Medina Fords, gold in billiards 8-ball, silver in darts. Congratulations. Ray Miller, Avenel, gold mini golf, silver basketball accuracy, bronze basketball foul shooting. Wendy Miller, Avenel, gold billiards 8-ball and bronze bowling doubles. Congratulations. Thank you. All right. Mohammed Misbahaden, Island, gold in darts.
Thank you, Mayor.
Congratulations, pal.
Thank you very much.
A little pushy, aren't you? Thank you. Brian Molnar, Port Reading, silver in golf scratch play. Josephine Monteleone, Avenel, gold medalist in billiards 8-ball and gold medalist in darts. All right, good job, Joe. Got it? All right. Vito Monteleone, Avenel, gold in bocce singles, gold in darts, and gold in horseshoes. So you got 3, she got 2. You never want the wife to get more medals than you. Trust me, never do that. Never do that. Gail Nolan, gold in mini golf. Congratulations. James Nolan, Colonia, bronze in track and field 1,500 race walk. It's all that practice at the community center, right?
There you go.
All right, all right. All right. Jennifer Ocampo, Colonia, silver medal golf scratch play. Congratulations. And now look over there. Nope, look there. Larry Palmer, Woodbridge, gold in cornhole doubles, gold in darts. Budaman Rajarda, Island, silver in table tennis doubles, silver in table tennis singles. Congratulations. Sian Rajarda, Island, silver table tennis doubles, bronze table tennis singles. Congratulations. So when you play, who's better, you or him? Oh, we're not supposed to say that. That's no fun. You should say you. All right, congratulations. Anthony Russo, Woodbridge, silver, track and field, 1500 race walk, bronze in bocce singles, and bronze in mini golf. Congratulations.
I got framed.
You got a...
Joe.
Oh, he framed his medals? Look at this. Man, that is cool. He's got the program and he's got the medals framed and everything. That's pretty cool. Very nice. How much you charge to do that? Pass on some cards. Some of the people might want that. Joe Sawyer, Island, gold in bowling doubles, gold in horseshoes, and silver in bowling singles. Oh, we didn't get a photo together. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Joe. Yeah, let me get this. I got so excited seeing this thing framed, man.
And I was
Come
meddling.
on over. What's that?
I was meddling.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Take a look.
I'm short-sighted.
Oh. Joe Sawyer, sorry. Hey, Joe. And Sheila Sawyer, Island. Gold in basketball accuracy and gold in horseshoes. Congratulations. All right, congratulations. Anthony Chanella Ford, silver in bocce singles. Anthony Chanella in Ford, silver in bocce singles and silver in cornhole doubles. Here, Cass, take this one too. Hitesh Shah, Island, silver, 100-meter run, bronze 50-meter run, bronze 200-meter run, bronze javelin, and bronze in the long jump. 5 medals. Congratulations. Come on over. All right, congratulations. Steve Sharkey, Colonia. Gold in horseshoes, silver in cornhole singles, and gold in cornhole doubles. Congratulations. Thanks, Mac. And the president of the Woodbridge Senior Billiards Club. Now you should say a few words. Say anything you want. Well, not anything. It's a family channel.
We are the best club in town within the best town around, and
All
the
right.
best mayor.
There you go. Just like I wrote it, Steve. Thank you. Wanda Shepherd Avenel, gold in billiards 8-ball. Congratulations. John Sievert, Colonia, gold in golf scratch play. Judith Scolar, Woodbridge, gold in bowling singles, silver in bowling mixed. Frank St. Marie. Gold in mini golf, silver in billiards 8-ball, and bronze in horseshoes, one of each. Congratulations, pal. Come on inside. Come on inside. Oh, you got some? You got them all? You got it? All right, great. Thank you. Laura Supp, Colonia. Gold in mini golf, gold in billiards 8-ball, gold in horseshoes, and gold in cornhole singles. Not bad. Congratulations. And you're going to be arrested for impersonating a 50-year-old.
I have no problem with that.
Olin Thompson, Island, gold in mini golf, bronze in horseshoes. Good job. All right, congratulations, Olin.
Thank you.
Pat Trombetta. Silver in bocce doubles, silver in darts, bronze in billiards 8-ball, bronze in cornhole doubles, and bronze in mini golf. Come on upside over, Pat. Make sure Nathan can see you. All right, congratulations. Josephine Valillo. Gold in darts. You brought a fan club. gold in darts, gold in mini golf, and silver in billiards 8-ball. Congratulations, Joe. Mike Valillo, only 2 medals for Mike. Josephine got 3. Silver in darts and bronze in mini golf. Hang on, I'll come to you. And just look at Megan. There we go. Ben O'Vara, Caseby, bronze in mini golf. Joe Vitale is senator from Avenel. He's from Woodbridge, actually. Silver in mini golf. I don't see Joe. John Weworski, Port Reading, gold in darts and gold in mini golf. Congratulations, John. Alrighty. Dorothy Wilcox, Woodbridge, silver in mini golf. Oh, sure. All right. Martin Wiley, Woodbridge, gold in billiards. Congratulations. All right. Okay. Gus Winnett, Colonia, silver in mini golf, bronze in basketball accuracy. Cal Wortman, Avenel, silver in mini golf. Let's see Cal. Amy Yabasco from Colonia. Gold medal in 100-meter run, gold medal 200-meter run, gold medal 1,500-meter race walk. And she wins the award for most family members here. Her son-in-law, the principal of Woodbridge High School, her son, who's so cooperative with us with the Senior Olympics, Glenn Lotman. And his lovely wife and 3 children are here to see Grandma get a certificate. And you know, all those times she came to your events and your essay contests and your baseball games and your soccer games and all that, and now you get to come see Grandma get an award. How cool is that? Peter Bosco, gold swimming 50 yards, gold swimming 100-yard breaststroke, gold swimming 100-yard freestyle, gold swimming 50-yard free, gold swimming 200 IM, silver 100-yard backstroke. Not there? Lisa Yee, Colonia, gold in golf. Gert Zanowski, Colonia, silver in mini golf. I don't see Gert. And now we're back to Monsignor Charles Ciceral. Can I read this? Sure. All right, I'm going to read something that was in the St. James newsletter. After much thought and prayer and with mixed emotions, I am announcing my retirement from full-time active ministry. I will resign the pastor of St. James in June after 18 years here and 45 years of priestly ministry. I have been blessed in many ways to be pastor of this great parish. It is not easy for me to step down. At 72 years old, and you do not look it, I am experiencing physical limitations to what I can do and limitations to the stamina with which I can meet the demands of this large parish. I want you to have a pastor who can do the work and address your needs. If you haven't noticed, I've slowed down. Well, gold in bocce singles, silver in horseshoes, bronze in bocce doubles, bronze in mini golf. I don't think he's slowed down a bit. To quote the great Yankee pitcher C.C. Sabathia upon his retirement from baseball, I've pitched for as long as I could and then I couldn't. I don't really think that's true. It's been a joy and a great grace in my life to be the 3rd longest serving pastor of St. James Parish in its 160-year history. I have greatly valued our relationship and thank you for your loyalty, support, and friendship over the years. I ask your prayers as I begin a new chapter of priestly service. Ladies and gentlemen, this man has meant so much to the Township of Woodbridge.
Thank you very much. The pastorate at St. James has been a wonderful experience. It's the first time I've been a pastor, believe it or not. I had been an administrator, I'm just very grateful. Nobody can make it happen by themselves, and I have such a great staff, and we call it the Faithful 400. There's about 400 people involved in our parish, whether they're teaching or 100 different ways. But I'm so grateful to have that kind of cooperation. Makes it easy. So I'm just the guy that gets the claps at the end, but it's been a joy. I'm not gonna be able to Senior Olympics next year, because believe it or not, my classmates from high school, St. Joe, I went to St. Joe's, first graduating class, they're throwing me a retirement party in Tuscany. So, I'm going to be in Italy for about 6 days during the Senior Olympics. Give somebody else a chance to get a gold in bocce. But I'll be back the following year, I promise. I'll be back.
Well, we will miss you giving the invocation
Yes,
and the benediction. You've been terrific, been a great friend to ours. Yes.
Thank you.
Can I introduce you first? I think, if you don't mind, it would be appropriate. I was going to lead off with this, but it kind of slipped my mind. We lost Toby Santoro a couple of weeks ago, our 106-year-old bocce player who brought so much fun to the New Jersey Senior Olympics these past 8 or 9 or 10 years. He started out bowling, and then he became a bocce player. And of course, you all know I played him in bocce every year since there was nobody in his age group, and he beat me every year. And it's the first time in my life my name was ever in an obituary, except for my father's. My name was in Toby's obituary as the guy, the mayor of Woodbridge, who he beat every year in Bob. I kid you not. I kid you not. I made the obituary for Toby the Terror Santoro. So when I signed the guest book, I just put John McCormick, bocce loser. So anyway, Monsignor, if you don't mind, can you lead us in a little prayer for Toby?
Loving and gracious God, we thank you for all the gifts you've given us. Thank you for Toby, his life, his legacy, his love. We ask you to grant him eternal life this night, Lord. Let him know your light, happiness, and joy with you forever. And we thank you for all the lives that he's touched in his long journey. And we ask your blessing on all those who love him and will miss him. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Monsignor. Yeah, he was a great guy. Here, you can have that. Oh, we didn't get a picture. You got to get a picture. All right. Pat, thank you, Monsignor. Pat and Frank, would you guys like to come up? Frank would? Oh, you got a sore throat. Frank St. Marie, would you like to say a few words?
Of course, you know it's very unusual for Pat not to speak. But for the both of us, I'd just like to say congratulations. Thank you all for coming. And now you've received your proclamation. Now, do me one big favor, and we like to do this every year. When you go home, just don't put that piece of paper in your drawer or put it away. It's important. Show your children, show your grandchildren, show your friends what you've accomplished during the Senior Olympics. It shows that you care about your health, physically, mentally. This is important, and we all know that as seniors. That's why we like to keep active. And I think for the both of us, Pat and myself, and our committee, if it wasn't for our committee, we would not be here this evening. Between the mayor, John Haggerty, and his staff, plus the people at the Department of Public Works, EMT, the police department, so many people are involved in getting this thing put together. It's not only Pat and I. We got the support. We may do the work, but they're our backbone. If they're not there, our sponsors, very important. So, like I say, do what you can, spread the word, don't put that certificate away. Show your relatives, show your friends, encourage them. And maybe somewhere along the line, and they'll become seniors. They'll want to participate as you did and accomplish exactly what you did this evening. All right, thank you very much.
I just want to thank Pat and Frank also. We talked about how way back in 2007, they came in and talked about bringing the Senior Olympics here, and Frank said, yeah, we do some work. No, they do a lot of work. Already, probably in a month, we'll start meeting on a monthly basis through the summer, or through early summer, and then almost weekly with them. It's an enormous amount of work to coordinate 22 different sports and all the different venues. It's a lot of logistical work, and yeah, the Public Works helps, the parks help, the police help, the EMTs help, but it's Pat and Frank and their committee that really do the bulk of the work. So I can't tell you how proud I am of these two men. They got the key to this city last June. That proves how much we appreciate their contribution to Woodbridge Township. So Pat and Frank, thank you and congratulations.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence to remember our troops serving our country overseas. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please have a seat.
Notice requirements of the open public meeting law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger published a notice on December 20th, 2019. A copy of the schedule was posted on the municipal bulletin board. It should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Spiller.
Here.
Councilman Ficarra.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
Here.
Councilwoman Drum.
Here.
Councilman Patel. Councilman Anderson.
Here.
Councilman Bauer.
Here.
Vice President Small. President De Jesus.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from February 4th, 2020?
Motion. Second.
Before we begin, if anyone is going to record either on a camera or a cell phone, there is an area curtain off. Please walk back there, and you're only allowed to record from back there. If you don't follow and not record from out there, you will be asked to leave the chambers. Thank you.
Madam President, starting with letter A this evening, which is a second reading ordinance, an ordinance rescinding ordinance 19-114 adopted November 12, 2019 regarding bus stops, and this was at the request of the state. We had prepared a list of updated bus stops. They asked it to be done by resolution, and that's why we're rescinding the ordinance. With that said, can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion.
Second. Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter A only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Ordinance's first reading, you have one listed tonight under letter B. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune on February 21st, 2020, with notice of public hearing to be held on March 3rd, 2020 at 7 p.m.?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. And Madam President, under resolutions number 1 through 28 are listed. Can I get a motion to approve 1 through 28 by consent?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council?
Yes, Mr. Mitch, I will be abstaining from resolution number 26.
Any other comments from council? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Before we open the public portion of our meeting, I would like to make a statement. For the past several meetings, there have been individuals that have requested that the municipal council pass a resolution that takes a position on issues that deal with federal policies. The council has listened to these concerns. This body does not entertain such resolution which covers areas outside of the purview of our local municipal government. The council was elected to oversee our township operations and not to engage in discussions about national issues. We, as public servants, take very seriously our role in addressing issues and concerns that township residents face, which we as a governing body have the authority to meaningfully impact through legislation. Again, we do not get involved as township council in issues which we have no control over. And before we open our public meeting, we are to listen to each other, whoever gets on the microphone, be respectful of our council chambers. No name calling, no pointing the finger. State your statement, your name, and what part of the township you're from. Once you're done, have a seat. Thank you.
Are there any comments from the public this evening?
You gotta go to the mic and address our...
Well, you stole my thunder, but I just want to say thank you to the council for protecting the citizens of Woodbridge
You
Township.
haven't identified yourself. Please state your name and what part of our township you're from.
Is this thing on?
You gotta leave the mic there. The mic is recording.
Okay, so my name is Anthony Gallo. I'm a Woodbridge resident, and I was here tonight because of this craziness I hear about this sanctuary stuff that's going on in not just our town, but in the country as a whole, okay? I just wanted to get up here and say thank you to the council for not trying to overstep its authority on federal matters. Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jimmy Dabrowski. I'm a lifelong resident of Woodbridge Township. I'd like to begin tonight with a quote. We who engage in nonviolent direct action are not the creators of tension. We merely bring to the surface the hidden tension that is already alive. We bring it out in the open where it can be seen and dealt with. Like a boil that can never be cured so long as it is covered up, but must be opened with all its ugliness to the natural medicines of air and light, injustice must be exposed with all the tension its exposure creates to the light of human conscience and the air of national opinion before it can be cured. Those powerful words come from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous letter from a Birmingham jail, and I think they're very fitting for tonight. In case anyone here is not aware, we've been advocating for Woodbridge Township to pass a compassionate resolution that calls on elected officials at all levels to reunify migrant families, release them from detention, and afford them due process in immigration proceedings. This essential initiative was started by Afshin Shamsi with help from the American Civil Liberties Union of New Jersey and Make the Road New Jersey. Afshin planned on being here tonight to speak, but Piscataway Township has the resolution on its council meeting agenda at the moment, and she wants to be there to see it pass. Now, passing this resolution is the bare minimum we can do as a community, and 6 caring New Jersey communities have approved it thus far: Montgomery Township, Bound Brook, Princeton, Hoboken, Jersey City, and Trenton. And with Woodbridge having voted for an entirely Democratic council and mayor, we'd expect that passing a compassionate resolution in support of some of our most marginalized, oppressed, and vulnerable community members would be a no-brainer. But unfortunately, Mayor John E. McCormick, who has told me on 2 separate occasions that he agrees with the resolution, says that Woodbridge will not be passing it. And he gives 3 terrible excuses why. 1, it's not a local issue, he says. 2, if we take a stand on this, we'll be pressured to take a stand on all kinds of other issues. And 3, there's plenty of people in my town who support the people who made the decision to put them in camps, to do what they did. That's a direct quote. First of all, this is indeed a local issue, as we indeed have many undocumented community members who do not feel seen, safe, or supported at all right now. And with the mayor telling me that his grandfather was here from Ireland undocumented, you would think he might have a little more empathy. My wife was here without papers from Trinidad and Tobago for years as a child, and tells me how scary it was to live in the shadows of society. And now with this xenophobic, anti-immigrant, hateful rhetoric and policy being ramped up more and more by our current administration, she says she can't even imagine how terrifying it must feel. And the sad part is that there are actually people here tonight who are thinking, good, those illegals should be terrified. And I apologize for even repeating that disgustingly xenophobic and racist slur, which is used to try to dehumanize and demonize black and brown people based on their immigration status. Secondly, isn't the leadership all about taking stands on issues? My wife always raves about author Brene Brown's best-selling book, Dare to Lead, and having the courage to get off the sidelines and actually step onto the field. We deserve to know where our leaders stand on families being ripped apart and locked up. And if they don't have the courage to get our community on the right side of history and go on record with at the very least a resolution, then they should resign and let actual leaders step up who will. Again, I want to shout out Bound Brook Council President Abel Gomez, who dared to lead and got this compassionate resolution passed despite such heartless opposition from his Republican mayor, his 2 Republican council members, and even one of his fellow Democrat council members who cowardly abstained from the vote. Abel's a Perth Amboy native, and we share a few mutual friends, as I've been an elementary school health and phys ed teacher in Perth Amboy for 15 years now. Many of my amazing students have confided things to me regarding this issue that are just beyond heartbreaking. And I would be a poor teacher if I didn't use my unearned white privilege and speak up to try to at least do something to help them and their families. Lastly, and I would hope most obviously, there's always going to be people in our society who are resistant to change, who don't want us to move forward and do better, but want to hold us back and keep things the way they've always been. If we listen to them on this, then Mayor, Council, you might as well step down and let them have your seats. But we didn't elect them, we elected you. So you now have a decision to make. Are you with them or with us? The sidelines are no longer an option. We didn't choose bench warmers, we chose leaders. So please act like it and step onto the field and take a stand. Please have the courage to choose love over fear and hate. I promise you'll feel proud that you did when you look back on this moment later in life. We all love to say what we would have done if we were there during those other terrible crimes against humanity that occurred throughout history. Well, here we are right here, right now, and what we choose to do about this terrible crime against humanity shows exactly what we would have done then. And I recognize some of the people here.
Again, we are going to be respectful one another. No booing, no yelling anything out. If you can't abide to those laws, then please walk out of this council chambers. Name and town, please.
Good evening, esteemed members of this council. K-Sound Little with Faith in New Jersey from Elizabeth, New Jersey. I echo the same sentiments of my colleague here, James. And it's really, really sad and heavy-hearted to see so much hate that we already have in our world. But just let's think about how we will actually save our community by sponsoring and adopting this resolution into place. Now, that is the same approach, the same hateful type approach that Trump did and that other hateful individuals say that we cannot do but so much at a local level. Well, let me just tell you this. We can always do something at a local level. It starts locally in order to send a massful and powerful approach back to that national level, back to that White House on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. So please don't sit here and tell the public that you cannot or will not do this, sponsor this resolution. Think about your undocumented community that you already have in this township. Think about those children who go to school or walk the streets in fear, saying or thinking about already if they will get hurt or just already, I don't have the words to even describe the fear that they probably live with. Not probably, but they do live with. And I think I spoke about this at the last meeting, but I've always lived by this quote. You don't have to necessarily be personally affected by something in order to have a heart. Have a heart generated by love and care and do the right thing. Be on the right side of history. I can cut you, you can cut me. We bleed the same color blood inside. It is shameful to hear that, what you just said this evening before opening the public meeting. I literally could burst into tears, but I'm going to hold that back. Because that could be my family members any given day.
Good evening, Tom Maris, Swartz, New Jersey. I really don't have much to comment on about the two gentlemen that preceded me. I will say that I don't think it's a matter of anybody being Democrat or Republican. It's a matter of the fact that we're all Americans. We're here, we're citizens, or we want to be citizens, and people are coming here trying to do it legally, and I applaud them. As someone who's lived around the world and lived in many foreign lands, I know what it is like to have to go to a foreign country and live there. And the requirements that I had to meet, or my fellow workers had to meet, to be able to go to those countries and stay there legally. That is what our laws provide for. And I don't get opportunities too often, and I do tonight, to thank the mayor and applaud the mayor and applaud this council for their stance. I think Council President articulated it very well. This is not a local issue. This is a national issue. It should be addressed with the Congress of the United States. Therein lies the problem until they address it and fix it. Until such times, I applaud you for upholding our laws. That's your civic duty, and it's your sworn duty. Thank you.
Frank Trumbator, Strawberry Hill, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Hello to council. I come here tonight, I applaud you for upholding the rule of law. Whether it's liked or disliked, you have upheld the rule of law. Allow me to read a small thing here. There is room in America and brotherhood for all who will support our institutions in aiding our development. But those who come to disturb our peace and dethrone our laws are aliens and enemies forever. This is the last line in a speech in the dedication of the Statue of Liberty on October 28th, 1886. It is not that people do not like immigrants. That is not the problem here. For the last 30 or 40 years, our federal government on both sides of the aisle has failed to address this problem. Their horrible failure is in our face now. Yet, we are now described to please ignore massive felonies being committed during every day. Identity theft, money laundering. Any law like this broken by us, we would be immediately in jail. Now, I've spoken to the Social Security Administration as early as today. They tell me that illegal aliens, and I have to use that term because that is the term in the law. If someone wants that term gone, Nancy Pelosi is in Washington, D.C., area code starts with 202. Give her a call. Get that out of there. But until that time, we must use the legal term. Illegal aliens. We cannot conflate them with legal immigrants who I have mentored to get their citizenship voluntarily. And they are very angry. They come from Egypt, they come from South America, and they're upset about illegals skating in on them. Now, I understand their position, and I understand their position. I understand both sides. This is going to take the wisdom of Solomon to say it, but I am happy that Woodbridge, under its mayor, did not turn into a lawless town. Because if you are going to ignore one law, you have to ignore them all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. My name is Joe Ferrandino. I come from Sterling, New Jersey. I've gone over this issue in a couple of different forums, Morris County, Ocean County. When they tug at your heartstrings about these people who come here and have to live in the shadows and be exploited, wouldn't it be better if they came here legally? I'm sure everybody here has had somebody cut in front of them online in a store, waiting for food. How'd you feel about that? You're not happy about it. Well, think about all the people waiting in line to come to this country legally. How do they feel? The other thing is, these poor people that are being exploited once they get here, living in the shadows, working for less than minimum wage. Ocean County, the woman got up and said that she works for people, her and her brother, she's a house cleaner and a nanny, her brother's a landscaper. When they go to get paid, the people tell them, we'll call immigration on you. Anybody that promotes this sanctuary stuff is aiding and abetting those that would exploit those people. Think about the people that try and come here, the women that are raped and beaten, the children that are sold into pornography. What about them? You want to be compassionate? Think of them. That's all I have to say.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
Good evening, everybody. Javed Tariq. Well, I guess you can tell I'm an immigrant. And listen to those people over here. I mean, this Woodbridge for 55 years. It's better tomorrow be 59 years since get to the United States. I was an immigrant, but you know what's an immigrant? Immigrant person, they apply for his papers for the country where they actually came from. It starts there, not when you cross the border. You are illegal. And the reason was I was 12 years old, I started working my papers. I had no father. My mother was over here, no mother. Took me 3 years to come here. And I believe it says in our constitutional law, no person can come to United States, immigrate because of the economical situation. You choose to come, you're privileged. Not I'm here, give me everything. It doesn't work that way. But I want to take the mayor. It is a nation, it's a law of the United States. You cannot go against the law of the United States. When they pass the Congress, Senate, then you can talk different. But again, myself, don't talk over here and make those people here. We're all victims of a certain situation. But again, we have to know who's coming. And again, what's the rush? They come here because of economics. Jimmy said about the house cleaners. Yes, I did this too. If you purry, you become a working nightclub. If you just a worker, you work clean up. That's what we only good for when you start. But please, this is not a joke. This is a situation. When I came here, I came from a communist country. When I came here, a lot of those communists that we know were there, they were here already. I said, what the hell am I doing? This is the wrong place. I'm here now. Those people are prosecuted. But again, there's a legal way to come here, and we have to know who's coming and who we take, because we cannot afford to get that. That's the old police over here. You don't feel safe over here either, do you? Can imagine if you do, but at least you know most of us, each other. But if you know somebody comes from the border overseas, you know who they are. Anything from disease, to terrorists, to communists, and most important, what always bothered me, my grandfather told me, don't join up pioneers. Pioneers was what you call Boy Scouts. Why? Because they brainwash them as a young communist. Again, when I went for my papers, I went to U.S. Embassy in Belgrade, was one of the questions, do you belong pioneers? And I was only 12 years old. And if I did belong to pioneers, I would be denied to come to the United States with my mother. Again, anybody want to come, but those people here, they're for it. Very simple. Do what I just did recently. Sponsor somebody. Go to those countries. Go to the border. Know somebody. Sign for them. Take them under your wing and protect them. Do this. Nobody tell you. But we have to know who's coming. We have right to know. We are the most beautiful country in the world. Gives everybody opportunity to come here. Why didn't we go to Russia or China? We came to the United States because we came for the freedom. Freedom didn't come cheap. A lot of people pay with blood and work to be free. So as long as we are safe, we are free. But we're not free when you got all this violence because you get house robbed, you get cameras, you get this and that. So we're not free because we're afraid who is coming. If we know not all the people are good. So please stick by the federal law. And once when the government passes, then we can go with the council, mayor, and usually I don't agree with the mayor, but mayor, I'm proud of you to do this. Keep the Woodbridge out of it, let the feds decide. Thank you.
Good evening, Nadia Rakowski, Hoboken. Nice to see you again from 2 weeks ago. With only 5 minutes to speak, it's always very difficult to express oneself in the fullest about a very important and obviously controversial subject. But here we are again. We're not asking for sanctuary city status. We're asking you to sign a piece of paper. A resolution to push Congress to unify migrant families and to give them their due diligence in court. As I stated last time, under the U.S. Constitution, that is their legal right to do so. And as many city council members all over New Jersey have stated, this is the least one can do and is literally a no-brainer. The immigration system has been broken for many, many years, if not decades. When I applied for my green card, I waited 8 years due to paperwork backlog. Because the green card was sponsored by my employer for the specific job I was hired to do, I had to stay in that job whether I liked it or not, whether I was mistreated or not, or I couldn't get fired. And because if I had left my job willingly or unwillingly, I would have lost that coveted green card application and the thousands of dollars that I spent for it. So as a student Oscar-nominated film producer, I had to give up my hopefully bright producing career to stay at a job I didn't like too much. And I was lucky not to get fired. My own parents were denied re-entry into this country after living here legally for 21 years, and this was under President Obama. So yes, the system has been broken. I had to pack up their entire house, sell their house, sell their 2 American cars, and ship their dog. Family separation has affected me personally. But we all know that this current administration has taken things to a new level, to the level of death. This is Carlos Bonilla, 43. He had been in the US for 25 years. And yes, he entered the US undocumented from El Salvador, but eventually received a protective status, which is given to immigrants who face violence and or death in their own country. Obviously, he seemed to have contributed to society, owning a construction business with his brother on Long Island, and has 3 American children, age 8, 17, 21, and 2 stepchildren, 10 and 12. Carlos was arrested on a job site on April 1st, 2017. 2 months later, while in the Hudson County Jail in Kearney, right up the road, Carlos was brought to the emergency room and he died the next day from internal bleeding. But his family was not advised of his death for another 2 days after they called in to find out how he was doing. Carlos was not given his medication for a curable kidney disease, which he had reported when he was booked. This happened at a county jail. So yes, this is local. This is right here in our state. I don't even want to try to talk about what is happening at one of these tent cities where there is sick people, elderly, and children. This has got to stop. The system is rigged against immigrants from the start. Let's give them the chance they deserve. About 32 hours after I spoke to you last, I had my US citizenship test. After I passed, I was asked if I wanted to be sworn in right then and there instead of wait 2 or 3 months. I proudly accepted. So after 28.5 years here in this country, I'm now a proud American standing in front of you, asking you to do the right thing and sign a resolution, a piece of paper to help immigrants. Thank you.
Crystal Edison, New Jersey. I recognize Jimmy. I said, I recognize
Please
Jimmy,
stop. Address me
Kyle
if you need to know his
Anderson.
name.
I recognize Jimmy, Kyle Anderson, and Stacy Gregg, who came here the last time. Let me bring you up to speed. I was at a rally in Woodbridge where Kyle Anderson called me a racist for supporting a candidate who promised to support special needs kids and Alzheimer's patients. He then proceeded to mock and insult a military veteran, a disabled person, and a disabled military veteran. After this, he started calling people gays and homosexuals. Councilman Kyle Anderson disrupted a peaceful rally with radical communist left-wing extremists, Jimmy Dabrowski, who is racist against white people, and a lunatic, Stacy Gregg, who was verbally attacking Jews at a rally in Woodbridge. Online, Stacy Gregg found my personal information, and her radical friends sent me threatening messages. Stacy Gregg is so crazy, she stands in front of fences claiming she found another concentration camp. Councilman Anderson is Governor Murphy's puppet. Stacy Gregg and Jimmy Dabrowski is Kyle Anderson's puppets. How can a man who is appointed superintendent of schools not know the difference between a race and a gender? He thinks it's racist to say a woman is a man. New Jersey and Middlesex County is a sanctuary state. The fact that out-of-town whack job Stacy Gregg and racist Jimmy Dabrowski wants Woodbridge to declare sanctuary...
Excuse me, no name calling.
I apologize.
I stated it at the beginning.
No, it was written.
You
I
can have
apologize.
your say, but stop with the name calling.
I apologize. The fact they want Woodbridge to declare sanctuary status proves that they're not all there. Online, Stacy Gregg called Woodbridge Council fake Democrats and Democrats in name only. She does the same to Jews who do not agree with her view of the world. I call on Woodbridge to denounce left-wing radical extremists. How can citizens of Woodbridge elect Kyle Anderson, who verbally attacks and insults military veterans? you're going to be voted out, Kyle Anderson.
Again, you
can't-
gotta address me. Don't address anybody else.
Can I go from president to?
No, you can't.
In Edison, that is the rules. I hope the people of Woodbridge vote out Kyle Anderson, because somebody who behaves like this and insults his own constituents shouldn't be in the government. Thank you.
Are there any other comments?
So I want to address, my name is Steve, I'm from Middlesex County. I want to address the First Amendment issue that you're allowing people to clap, but then when I boo, that's something I don't like, you're violating my First Amendment right to be able to do that. I'd like the attorney to actually address that, and I'd like the attorney to also address the fact that you're telling him he can't verbally say name calling or whatever. It's still a First Amendment right to do so. This is a council meeting. You're violating the First Amendment.
There's a decorum in council chambers, and I've
And there's
said
a
no
First
name
Amendment.
calling.
First Amendment overrules your decorum.
No name calling.
Robert's Rules of Order, you can't interrupt the speaker.
There's no, I want the attorney to address that. So you're letting her violate people's First Amendment right to be able to say what they want, including quote-unquote name calling. You're allowing that.
There are rules of decorum for the council meeting. Any disrupting behavior will be dealt with.
That's not disruptive to name call. It's called the First Amendment. You're in violation of the First Amendment.
We're not going to get into a First Amendment debate.
You're a pinko commie. How's that? You're violating people's First Amendment right.
We're not going to get into a debate here.
Because you're a pinko commie. Correct? You're violating people's First Amendment rights. So when they clap for something that's good, and I boo for something I don't like, and you tell me I can't do that, you're violating my rights.
Council President, I just want to address the fact that you're a hypocrite, because even though the things that Mr. Christo said are lies, you are saying that I can't have, no, but you're saying that the things that I said, no, the things that I said, the things that I have the floor now.
Robert's Rules of
No,
Order.
but the things that I said in the floor.
It's my time. It's my time, not your time. So you can shut up. So, it's not being a hypocrite. He's a private citizen. You're not. You're a public official.
And I don't have the right to my freedom of speech?
You're a council
Do I have my right to freedom of speech?
You're a council member.
Do I have my right to freedom of speech?
President, please shut him up.
Thank you.
Please shut him up.
You asked me a question.
Please shut him
Please
up.
allow him to speak.
You're in violation of the Open Public Meetings Act. It's my
Please
time to
address
talk.
me. Don't address any of
My
our
time
other
to
council
talk.
members.
So-
We've stopped, and you'll get your time back.
Well, but here's the thing. You're letting him violate my
I've already
rights.
addressed him.
And what about your rights? You're violating my rights for.
I'm asking you to continue and not address our council. I'm council
I can
president,
address
so you
whoever I
can
want.
address me.
That's the law.
There is a decorum in council
And I can address
chambers.
whoever I want. That's your policy. My policy is, it's my
Okay,
time to
continue
talk. I
with
talk
what you
whoever
have
I
to
want.
say.
So
Continue
you're
with
wrong.
what you have to say.
So you're a pinko commie because you just violates everybody's rights, and nobody's a hypocrite because he's allowed to say whatever he wants as a private citizen, and you don't have the First Amendment right when you're up on council. So you're wrong. I'll yield my time back to you.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
Thank you. My name is Christian Anahab, Cedarville resident. I'd like to appreciate you for this time. I spent a lot of time getting to know a lot of Woodbridge residents as a former candidate for New Jersey's 19th legislative district seat and a current congressional candidate for New Jersey's 6th congressional district. And I felt compelled today to voice some of the concerns that Woodbridge residents have. You see, concerning the signing of a paper, the resolution towards some of the sanctuary concerns and the bringing together of quote-unquote families of undocumented potential residents. This is beyond a local issue, and there's so much that has to be addressed before such document can be signed. You see, many of us have no problems with the necessarily bringing together of families. However, when one claims to be in asylum and they're coming forth with their stories that tends to address some of our emotions, the truth is it's also beyond an emotional issue. We don't have enough intelligence, we don't have enough resources to even confirm their stories and what they claim. And it's even gone as far as some of these people lying, and we're bringing them into our communities, and it's to the point where some of them are even connected to dangerous gangs, even as far as cartels. And we're in a position now, as many refer to history, I think James referred to history, but this is also about how we're going to build our community, how we're going to fix our community, and how we're going to last for the next 40, 50 years to come. This signing of a paper will reflect that, it's going to affect that. The issue that we're looking to address, as our mayor said, is beyond local, is because as a state, as a county, our leadership has declared that they will not work with ICE. They will not allow the 48 hours to detain unregistered documents, unregistered residents. And this is a huge issue simply because we don't have enough. There are many voters who are concerned and they're not sure if the local police has enough data, has enough resources to confirm the background of some of these people. Now, for us to say that we want to welcome more of them here, meanwhile, we don't have the intelligence to confirm who these people are, to confirm what they're really about, is a concern. And that is a voice that needs to be acknowledged and needs to be addressed before we move forward with such a resolution. Hopefully, before this evening ends, we'll consider that and we will confirm at least to wait on our country, to wait on our state leadership, to wait on our county leadership, to begin to work together to see how they will begin to confirm who these people are and their backgrounds, and if their quote-unquote asylum stories are true, before we now decide to allow them to dwell in our communities. For myself, I was born and raised in America. I was raised by Nigerian immigrants, and there was no sanctuary policies when they went through their just due process. So, like I said, many residents, they have no issues with these people following due process. However, to jump the gun and to allow them to be welcomed into our communities by the signing of a paper, meanwhile, we're not really sure of their background, we're not really sure of their stories, is a big issue, and it's a voice of concern to many Woodbridge residents. Thank you for your time. I hope you consider that.
Council President, I just wanted to note one thing. It's just an observation.
That's okay.
That's not your time. We've had people speak on both sides of the issue. And what I've noticed is the clapping was when the speaker was finished, which to me follows good decorum. The situation with the booing was going on while somebody was speaking. So there is a big difference there. So I appreciate your clapping when you support. Unfortunately, if you boo, it should be after the person speaks. It's an observation, that's all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Deborah McGuinn from Port Reading. Good evening, everybody. I just want to say one thing. I detest being called a racist. First of all, I have friends that are black. I'm going to use that term. I detest the fact that a certain individual was unprofessional, behavior unprofessional at the rally that we went to in Avenel. I was there. I hugged a certain councilman. I took pictures with you at St. Patrick's Day party at the firehouse. So for you to paint us all with a broad brush was wrong, okay? I'll help anybody, but do it the right way. That's all we ever ask. But don't ever prejudge me till you get to know me, because I'm a fair person. I've lived in this township all my life, and I don't take kindly to people calling me names and denigrating me, okay? Let me just say, too, that I'm not against immigration, because as we know, I could say pretty much that everybody's from immigrants, okay? My family, my lineage goes way back to the Mayflower. I don't make a big issue of it. I don't shove it in anybody's face. I don't write books about it, but I know. My parents did the lineage and everything, and I take pride in it, okay? And they go beyond that yet to Europe, because I'm of several nationalities. I don't tout anyone in particular. I am who I am. The bottom line, it was all done correctly, properly, and legally. There's laws, statutes, regulations, whatever you want to call them, that serve to prevent chaos such as we are experiencing now. We're living in dangerous times, all things considered, especially with the coronavirus. There is no vetting of these people that come here. My people came through, and I use the term people, you know what I mean, that they came through Ellis Island. Maybe we should start bringing that back again, because it seems old does become new again. So knowing that, maybe we should come up with facilities and work together procedures that benefit all of us, that are palatable to all of us, something we can reach together instead of fighting. Because frankly, I am fed up with all this, but I will not tolerate somebody talking down to me, because I worked through, and some people know me since school, I worked hard in this township all my life. My family has. We didn't get handouts, but I'm still willing to give somebody who is deserving of that. And my answers were proud people. They learned English, no offense to anybody. They got jobs. They didn't live off those handouts or any other kind of help. Neighbors helped neighbors. My people were hardy people, and they had pride and strength, and still continued for generations. I'm more than willing to help anyone who's truly in need, pledges loyalty to our country, who truly needs it, pledges, honors our country laws and people who are here, and do it by the book. Okay, that's why we have a set of laws and police officers that follow the law and enforce the law. Okay, you can't dispute that. And we need to know that these people are not going to be a drain on society in any way, and that they're an asset. I like to think that all of us, even when we volunteer in the community, we're creating an asset. Okay? What I do is purely voluntarily. I do not get paid for any of it, and I'm proud to help wherever needed. Okay? And take notice of the word united. That is inclusive of those who honored our laws, swore to live by them. We can't circumvent what our Constitution provides to benefit those who are using others who come here illegally. Let's work together to do this the right way and stop abusing the good nature of our people and system that are willing to help. It's only right and just. We don't ask anything more of anybody else than we don't do ourselves. That we are not to be intimidated or bullied into making the wrong decisions that will be detrimental to all who now live here. God bless you all. God bless America, and thank you for your time.
Evening, folks. My name is Ed McGuinn, and I'm from Port Reading. I want to make a couple of things I had made some notations about. One of them is immigrants are welcome here if they follow the rules and regulations that are set forth to become, to be naturalized or to immigrate here. The door is open to them. But someone must be standing at that door to make sure that the bad don't come in with the good. Our problem is not 100 farm workers that want to pick lettuce. Our problem is 3 or 4 people such as ISIS, Al-Qaeda, MS-13 sneaking in with those people. That's why we have to have a secure border, and we have to have a way of checking who's coming in here. I don't know of many people who don't lock their car doors or their houses at night. Leaving our borders open is like leaving your front door open. And one of the things I heard saying when I watched that council meeting on the 4th that they brought up, they talk about children being ripped from their parents because their parents are being deported. Well, if the parents are going to be deported because they're illegally here, the children should go with them. The problem arises is people, a Leninist idea of a lie told often enough becomes a truth. Being born here does not make you an American citizen. If anybody would pick up a constitution and they go back and check what was written in there, the original Constitution was ratified on the 12th, December 15th, 1791. One of the things that were written in there is that no person held to servitude or labor in our state or laws thereof escaping into another state shall, in consequence of any law or regulation therein, be discharged from such service or labor, but shall be delivered up on claims of the parties to whom such services and labor may be due. That had to do with slavery. They never changed it. The difference was it took 63 years later when the 13th Amendment came in. Now, in 1807, Congress passed a law, no more importation of slaves into this country. That was the end of it. So, by the time of the Great American Civil War and the free slaves, most of those people, 63 years later, if a person was born at that time, they'd be 63 years old by the time of 1865. The problem is, after the Civil War,
I'm sorry, sir.
we took property.
Can you give me a second? Mr. Dabrowski, if you're going to record or take pictures, you got to go to the section area, please. Thank you.
Up to that time, slaves were considered property. They weren't people. After the Civil War and slavery was ended, all these slaves were set free. But the problem was they wanted to send them back to Africa. But 63 years, we had 2 or 3 generations that were born here. These people knew about as much about Africa as any of you. So, on the 12th, on the 6th of December, 1865, they passed the 13th Amendment, Section 1, Paragraph 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment of crimes whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to this jurisdiction. Now the problem was, is after 1865, all these slaves were free. Now what do you do with them? They were considered property. So, the 14th Amendment, Section 1, Paragraph 1, came into the thing that said, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make...
Sir, your 5 minutes are up. Sir, your 5 minutes are up.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
No, you can't.
Jimmy got 7 minutes.
You can't. No, he didn't.
Yes, I actually...
And we actually record the time. Thank you.
And so does my phone. Go back to Edison, bro.
We don't... If you've already spoken, you only get one time at the mic.
Well, I want to apologize to the council for what went on here.
Okay.
We're at loggerheads.
Tell Stacy Gregg to go back to Rockaway.
I don't know, but young man, if you're going to make comments, I'm going to ask you to leave the chambers.
He made a comment to me and I responded back.
I'm asking you, I'm giving you one last chance. One more comment, you're going to be out of the chambers.
Hi, Megan Brown, Colonia. I had some prepared remarks, but, oh well, I mean, I want you to support the resolution because I think it's the right thing to do. I think that we're not saying to do anything. We're just saying, you know, I don't even know. So, I mean, I just encourage all of you to download this video at home from YouTube, keep it for 10 years, go back in 10 years and listen to yourselves. Or how about 50 years and let's have your kids listen to it. Because you don't sound good.
Ma'am, can you address me, please?
You don't sound good. And neither do you. And you and everybody on the council, you're going to regret this. And in 50 years, your kids are going to judge you, because that's what happens. History does not.
I don't know why you're looking at me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
He just can he leave? Because he doesn't live here.
Please escort him out.
He doesn't live here.
He doesn't live here. Please stop with that clapping, because you'll be escorted out too. Can you please escort him out?
He doesn't live here.
She just pointed at me.
I'm done. I'm done.
It wasn't me.
Hold on.
Thank you.
I'm the one that sneezed. I sneezed.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening?
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Erin Markin. I live in Colonia. I have nothing prepared because I did not want to speak tonight. But I feel like I have to because I'm raising children here in the township. I am so happy and delighted. We came from West Virginia. That's where my kids were born. It meets a lot of the stereotypes. We moved to New Jersey. We picked New Jersey as a place to come because we thought New Jersey is going to be this wonderful, diverse, and welcoming community. And I am so happy that my kids are in school with people that look nothing like them. And that's just a blessing, because in West Virginia, they'd be with a bunch of people that looked just like them, had beliefs like them, went to church with them. Everything would be exactly the same. It is a blessing to be here in New Jersey within a diverse community with diverse neighbors. It also is, as Megan said, doesn't look good, some of the behavior of my neighbors. The very first thing when I moved here 5 or 6 years ago, one of my neighbors said, "At least you're the right color." What do you say to that? I'm white, like I was born that way. That is not, like he just didn't want someone that didn't, whatever. It was a terrible thing that he said. And so as I'm following this resolution, which is not for sanctuary cities, but this resolution, from my understanding and reading it, is just to make my neighbors that don't look like me and my friends, my children's friends at school that don't look like them, to make them feel welcomed. Because whenever you move into the neighborhood and they say, you're the right color, I would assume anyone who is not the right color isn't gonna feel very welcomed. I don't know how long I have, but one more thing is addressing you. I've been looking at a lot of the Facebook sites that are my neighbors, speaking very candidly about how they feel about people's everything, their race, their color, their nationality, their legal status, all this sort of thing, and it is absolutely positively disgusting to see this here in New Jersey. I could have expected it from some of my neighbors back in West Virginia, although I never heard them talk like that. I could have expected this from some of my neighbors back when I lived in Louisiana, but I never heard them talk like that. This is the community I want to raise my children in because it's diverse. And when I think about going to other places and they're all very plain and all the same, I don't want to raise my kids there. I also don't want to raise my children in a community that is not welcoming. They might welcome my kids because they're white, but what about their best friends that aren't? And so I support the resolution as written. However, I hope that you as a council and as my elected officials, you will also be able to find a happy medium. And if you can't adopt this resolution, do something that is in the local power so that all the children feel pretty comfortable and it's a welcoming community. Maybe not those words, because those mean something else to some of my neighbors, but words that make all of the children feel comfortable. And I don't feel comfortable either, knowing that this is the community and this is what I'm representing. So thank you, and I hope that all of you go back and pull something together that can make us look good to my friends in West Virginia, my friends in Louisiana, and my neighbors here at home, especially on Facebook, because it's pretty ugly. Thank you.
Are there any other comments from the public this evening? Here are no other comments. Can I get a motion to close this portion of the meeting?
Motion. Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
We will now be moving to our agenda portions of the meeting. My agenda is in order. I just have one announcement, the Free Public Library of Woodbridge. And I just have something to say. It's unfortunate that there has been a back and forth in opposing views. At the end of the day, everybody has the right to the First Amendment. We gotta be respectful of one another because we are all sitting here as Americans. We may disagree with our views, but we have to be respectful. One thing that has bothered me in the last couple of weeks is that we are very dismissive of the diversity in Woodbridge and of the work that has been done in local government, in all of our boards, in our schools, to diversify and for us to represent everyone in Woodbridge Township. We can't be dismissive of that. It might not be what you want, but it's a start. And from there, we keep going. My agenda is in order, but I would like to make an announcement by the public library. It is not too late to join the fun of the Family Winter Reading Challenge. All locations, Ford, Henry Inman, Island, and the main library are distributing game sheets and prizes this month. The state and federal tax forms are available at all of our library locations. Township residents who would like to help with their smartphones, Kindles, iPads, tablets, or other mobile devices are invited to the second floor of the main library on Fridays at 1 p.m. for digital drop-in. No appointments are necessary. Our Council Vice President is not here. Councilman Spiller.
Thank you, Council President. Just a couple of things. Item number 5, the annual Avenel Middle School Tricky Tray through the AMS Community Service Club has arrived. It is Friday, March 6th at Avenel Middle School. Doors open at 6. The calling begins at 7. For information, I don't know. I don't know where my other page is. For information, you can contact me, 732-602-6007, or just go on the township website, or you can go on the school website. This year's Turkey Tray benefits the March of Dimes, Team LeGrand of the Christopher and Dana Reeve Foundation, and Avenel Middle School. Last year was their first Turkey Tray, and they netted $12,000, so it's a big event. Rest of my agenda is order. Just one announcement. The Federal Railroad Administration, FRA, has established a new dedicated webpage at www.fra.dot.gov/blocked crossings, allowing the public and law enforcement to report blocked highway railroad crossings. Blocked crossings occur when stopped trains impede the flow of a motor vehicle or pedestrian traffic at railroad tracks for extended periods of time. The new FRA blocked crossing website requests specific information from users reporting blocked crossings, including date, time, location, and duration. Filling out the report will likely take about 3 minutes. The FRA will then use the information collected to gain a more complete picture of the location, duration, and most importantly, the negative impact of the blocked crossings. They will then share the information with the individual stakeholder, using it to help facilitate local solutions to address the blocked crossings. Trains have to run, we all understand that. Nobody's naive to that fact. It just seems like myself, Councilman Small, Councilman Drum, it's almost happening on a daily basis. It's also happening at the most inopportune times, 3:27 before 3:30 school, 8:03 before 8:05, whatever it might be. The way they situate and they get past the crossing, but they have to do a switch or whatever, but it's still in the range to have the bars down. Bars, they break, I understand that, that's completely, it happens, but when it happens over and over again for 3 hours at a clip, I believe the mayor and administration are in the process of setting up a meeting with Conrail, but every little information helps. So just go to the township website or go to the website listed, or just reach out to me, I'll get it. But the more people that can reach out and tell them about the situations, hopefully something will get a little better. That's all I have this evening. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Meehan.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda's in order. I just want to give a shout out and thank everybody that came out last Sunday. We did a spaghetti dinner for a young dad that works over at the club at Woodbridge. He's 38 years old and he has 4th stage cancer. So many people came out from this. Vito Simaluka, all the employees over at the club, and there was just, there's so many people to thank. We had over 170 baskets. This gentleman has 2 young children. He's not able to work. His wife is a teacher, so they're really, really struggling. But with the kindness of the community, everybody came out, everybody cared, everybody gave a couple dollars. We were able to raise $50,000 for him. So it was an amazing event, and it was all through the love and the kindness of this community. So thank you
Thank
for
you.
everyone that came out. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Drum?
Thank you, Councilwoman. Council President, I meant to say. I'd first like to congratulate all of our senior Olympic medal winners that received mayoral citations for their athletic success. Tonight, before our meeting, we host the Woodbridge Senior Olympics here every year for New Jersey, and we're very proud, and thank you to the committee and everyone that comes out and supports this event. I also wanted to let everyone know that the Relay for Life kickoff is going to be on March 3rd from 6 to 8 at Curtin's Restaurant in Avenel. This is a Dine to Donate event and a chance to learn about our annual Woodbridge Relay for Life event to gather together in our community that we do every year to fundraise together to fight for a cure for cancer. The Chamber of Commerce is having a Women's Leadership event on March 5th at the Colonia Country Club from 5 to 8. Our guest speaker will be the Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver. And then there's a golf outing. I just wanted to have save the date out there for 6:15. The Chamber of Commerce number is 732-636-4040. If anybody is interested, please give us a call. And our Main Street SID, which is our Special Improvement District, the board met with 3 marketing businesses that submitted an RFP for marketing. Decisions will be made very soon for one of the 3 chosen by the SID members to market our downtown Main Street businesses. We're very excited about that. And a recycling tip tonight is no plastic bags or plastic wrap. It is not recyclable. It has to go into regular garbage. And if anybody has any questions regarding recyclables, they can call 732-738-1311. And I just wanted to say thank you to our mayor, my council mates, and our administration for leading Woodbridge Township every day with great leadership, passion, and care for our entire community. Thank you very much. It's my honor to be up here and to work with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Anderson?
Thank you, Council President. First, I'd like to apologize for my outburst when the gentleman was speaking. I felt strongly about some of the words that were shared from the prior speaker. First, I'm going to go through my announcements. There's a job bank. For the job bank, we have an opening. Well, there's an opening with Port Authority Police Department. Go to papdrecruit.com between March 16th and April 5th for all those that are seeking positions with the Port Authority Police Department. There's also a teen career fair and job expo on April 4th, 2020 from 11 to 2 p.m. at the Hickory Senior Center. There will also be a teen workplace professionalism and interviewing workshop from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 535 New Brunswick Avenue, Fords, 08863. And the Independent Club of Colonia will be holding their annual Black History Month event on February 23rd, 400 Inman Avenue, Colonia. And it's from 3 to 5, and it is free. I'd like to address a few comments that were made in regards to me. First, to Ms. McGinn. Ms. McGinn, you are right. You have hugged me before. You've given at that event. You came up and hugged me, and you kissed me, and I hugged you back at that event. Any remarks that were made were, unfortunately, your husband did not come up and hug me, and he had some not kind words to me.
That's not his way.
Okay, so I had some words back for him. Okay, in regards to the LGBTQ or the saying that I made comments about made homophobic comments, that's completely untrue. The 2 people that I were talking to were holding homophobic sign. Okay, if you recall, there was a sign of Anderson Cooper. And when I was referring to, when I was talking to that gentleman, it was a schoolyard exchange, okay? And That's what it was. But I was supporting gays. I was supporting their freedom. But what their concern was that Phil Murphy was supporting an LGBTQ curriculum. And I mentioned that it's a new group, and we are still trying to but we're trying to put into the curriculum now is the Amistad Bill. That was done in 2002. We still haven't done that yet. Okay, so it was a new group. But 50 years ago, it was African Americans, and that's exactly what I said at that rally. 50 years ago, it was African Americans that wanted to be a part of the history books. All right? So I made those comments. The one veteran that he's referring to came up and called me a piece of a 4-letter word, and I didn't like that. Okay? That's not a way to address me. I was there to support a friend, and I was, I felt that I was very respectful. But out of that came some very, nasty rumors that I was anti-police. But yet I send my children to the Junior Police Academy. Okay? If I thought that they were racist, I wouldn't send my children to the Junior Police Academy. There's a lot of things that come out of that. And my going to support someone at a rally or at a protest has cost me a lot. And but what I felt that I was doing was representing a lot of the Woodbridge concerns of Woodbridge residents. All right? My children, I have 5 children, they're all educated here. There are some good things about our community, and there are some things that there are some undertones in this community. Like when my child goes to school and another child asks him to pay him $1 so he could use the N-word. Okay? There are still some issues in this town. Okay? We like to call ourselves the best town around, but that doesn't just happen. You have to work at it, and you have to work at it with intent. You have to change with intent. You can't just dub yourselves the best town around and think it's going to happen. Thank you.
Councilman Piquero.
Thank you, Council President. Just a few lighter things around the Woodbridge Community Center. First, this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12:15 is Try Hockey for free for grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. A great opportunity to learn a little bit about the sport. Also at the community center, 2 events revolving around summer camp, which is very important to parents that work throughout the summer and don't have the opportunity to send their kids to school. There's an open house on March the 19th, that's a Thursday, at the community center from 6 to 8 p.m. to learn about the camp, the pricing, and those type of things. This is for the community center and also for Highland Grove. They are starting a new counselor and training program where 14 and 15-year-olds have the opportunity to learn some leadership skills. You can go to our website, NewJerseyWCC.com, NewJerseyWoodbridgeCommunityCenter.com, or call 732-596-4170. And then also around the summer camp, coming up on March the 7th, there's a township job fair for teenagers for summer employment. It's at the community center, and it's for positions like lifeguards, camp counselors, and skate guards. So it's again March the 7th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the community center. All my items are revolved around the community center today. And just to follow up on what Councilman Drum said, plastic bags that we sometimes get at our food stores, besides throwing them in the garbage, it's better to bring them back to the food store and just turn them in. It's better for the environment. A little bit lighter, but thank you for the time, Council President.
Thank you. Councilman Bauer.
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. I just have one announcement. I was contacted by Ford's Clariborne Baseball League this week. They're holding their first in-person registration for their spring 2020 baseball season this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Ford's Firehouse located at 667 King George Road in Fords. Also, there's online registration open at this time at leaguelineup.com/FCBBL. And if you sign up online before February 29th, you can receive a 10% discount. That's all I have tonight. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Mr. Lynch?
Thank you, Madam President. Just two items. Number one is just a reminder, 2 weeks from today is the special school district election. March the 10th, polls will be open from 2 to 8 p.m. To that end, Woodbridge will be debuting brand new voting machines. That, the evening of February 25th, from 5 to 8, all elected officials, school board, and administration, as well as here, administration council, are invited to come to the machines. But we've actually opened it up as early as 1 p.m., so 1 to 5 will be open for the public. Anybody wants to come try the machines before they encounter them on election day. And the only other second item I'll touch on is less than a month from now, residents should start receiving notifications about the census in the mail. That's all I have.
Thank you. Mayor?
Thank you, Council President. Just want to congratulate Councilwoman Meehan on that event one Sunday ago. It was absolutely tremendous. There were people, probably well over half the people at that event were not from Woodbridge because the family is not, they're from Medicine, but they had family all over the state, and they were just amazed at what happened in town, and they had a lot to say about the character of the people in Woodbridge, especially Councilwoman Meehan, especially the Colonia Firehouse for making their house available, the Colonia VFW, the army of men and women who come out and just do this cooking and the setting up and the cleaning up and everything. It was a wonderful event, and it made us all proud that we're from Woodbridge. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Smaluka?
Thank you. I have a proposal for an environmental survey at the Arcacia Center. I have a change order for a traffic signal design project. I have a change order for the Homestead Avenue pump station project. And I have a change order on a building envelope rehab for the club. I have a bid award for a guide rail improvement for New Dover Road and Blair Avenue. And I have a proposal for the cafe plumbing replacement at the WCC. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Director Hubner?
Thank you, Council President. I have the removal of a handicap parking space that's no longer in use. We're adding a handicap parking space in Woodbridge proper and that ordinance for the new traffic signal at Fort Reading Avenue, Knoll Road. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Green?
Thank you, Council President. I have just one item tonight. It's the renewal of our shared service agreements for opioid overdose recovery program services. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Darden?
Thank you, Council President. Just our standard biweekly refund resolutions.
Director Brew?
Thank you, Council President. First, I have a renewal agreement with Prevention Specialists. Second is a release of the cash guarantee inspection escrow performance bond for the Amboy Avenue Ross Street property. Next is a release of a sidewalk permit, 73 Ethel Street, Menlo Park Terrace. Release of a sidewalk permit, 28 Annette Lane, Colonia. Release of a sidewalk permit, 34 Martin Terrace in Woodbridge. Thank you, Council
Thank you.
President. That's all I have.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Meeting adjourned.